Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. I want to talk about Google AI overview answers and how that impacts local SEO. And what I think there's three main reasons why certain companies are featured at the very top of the AI overview answers, and it's because of their website, online entities, and their Google My Business profile. Let's begin. So the keyword here is commercial locksmiths, Albany, New York. I searched for that. I got an AI overview answer. Now you can click on show more, and you're gonna get all these other listings over here. And basically, if you're not featured at the very top, you're going to get lost in the shuffle. So my tips really here are you want to be featured in this first paragraph. So Lockworks, Locksmith Service, and also April Glass and Door. They're doing a great job. They're featured there, and I want to explain why. So when you click on Lockworks, Locksmith Services website, this is where you get to. What I noticed that is under their services main navigation, they have a commercial locksmith service page, which I'm on right now. So I look at that and say Google is looking at the upper navigation and say, okay, if you're going to list off this particular service, that's a core feature of your business. That's signal number one. The next signal that they have here is they mention Albany, New York. So now, again, so my search query was commercial locksmith, Albany, New York. Here's a page about that, and they have Albany, New York there. Let's go back into the AI overview answer and look at Able Glass and Door. So when I clicked on this listing, I got to their, let me go back. I got to their web page over here, and I have commercial door installation and repair. Again, if I look at their title tag, it's going to say commercial door installation and repair, Albany, New York. So again, that upper nav, commercial locksmith, Albany, New York. That's signal number one. So again, when I looked at this and said, okay, well, what else has Lockworks done? That's a really good job. I went into SEMrush and I looked at their backlinks that mention the city of Albany, because from my perspective, online entities play a critical role in local SEO via the heat map, but also the AI overview answers. I can see over here all these sites that have Albany or Albany County that mention their business. One of them is albanybiz.com. So when I looked at this and said, okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. They're on a local directory that lists off all these other local businesses in the Albany, New York area. Their business is listed there. And when I went back into SEMrush, I noticed that they have a listing for every type of service they have: motorcycle key replacement, residential locksmith service. They even have commercial locksmith services at the very bottom. The way I look at this is that if you have a locksmith business or any other type of local business that you're serving a community, you need to feature your business on local directories. So this isn't about page authority or domain rating, anything like that. Get on local directories like albanybiz.com, and obviously you can find even more, because when they link out to your website, but they also showcase your name, your address, your phone number, and the services you provide. I think that's a real powerful signal that Google is using for their Google AI overview answer. One more tip too about this: notice how many no follow links there are. I have onboarded SEO clients in 2025, and a lot of them have actually repeated the same message where they said, my previous SEO person was focused on backlinks. What's your thoughts on backlinks, and how many backlinks are you going to build? From my perspective, there's no number on how many backlinks I'm going to build. All I'm trying to do is find local and relevant directories for you to get on. I don't care if they're no follow or not. I believe that Google looks at the relevancy of the third-party site that links back out to your domain. And again, they use that as credibility to potentially list you in the AI overview answer. You know, you wouldn't not create a Facebook business page because it's a no follow link. You would create it because there's value in having that to reach your local audience. Same way with backlinks too. So again, they have two things now working for them. They have their website, navigation, commercial locksmith. Then they have backlinks from Albany specific directories that list off their listing. Last but not least, let's look at their Google My Business profile. So I search for Lockworks, Albany, New York, and it triggers their profile. They're a service area business, so there's a few things from my perspective that they could even do better. But this video is not really so much about their Google My Business profile. I just want to explain how this is all connecting. So when I looked at this and said, okay, they're a locksmith service, and they service Albany and the nearby towns. So you can see here they have Albany, but they also list off Saratoga, Clifton Park, Troy, Rensselaer, Del Mar, etc. That's the third part of all this. So really, when Google's looking at, okay, well, I want to showcase a local business. So again, when Greg searched for commercial locksmiths Albany, New York, there's a Google My Business profile that talks about Albany, New York, and the service areas that they go out to. They also have the website, and they have in their upper navigation commercial locksmith. They link out to that. Then the third part is they have the online directories that talk about how they're a local business in the area, as a commercial locksmith, but also other providers as well. I believe that those three factors go into the AI overview answer, which is why LockWorks, Locksmith Service, and also Able Glass and Door Inc. are above the fold within the AI overview answer. Let me just trigger this search one more time again, just so you can see. So again, if someone did a search for commercial locksmiths, Albany, New York, see how they are above the fold. They are above the show more. That is so critical. One more thing to explain. Um, this is going to impact the number of phone calls you're going to get because this does not trigger a traditional map pack listing. So in all my videos, I talk about is that heat map for the map pack. This is why the strategy for what I provide for my clients is really all encompassing. Because if it triggers the map pack, I want us to get in there. But if it doesn't trigger the map pack like this, or if I search for like what are like who are the best or who are the cheapest or who is open or anything else like that, the AI overview is going to really show, which is why you need to be on, have your website obviously optimized and talk about your services, but you also need to have online entities as well that mention your brand and the cities that you service. And of course, have your Google My Business profile to make up for that. Because getting your business featured here helps with branding and also can help then with future, website clicks and then phone calls from there. But it's going to be a little different from the traditional map pack that we're all really so familiar with. So those are my initial thoughts in summary. I'm going to make more videos about AI overviews, but really, this doesn't really change really much of what I'm doing for my clients. But I think it's important to explain this to you guys because if you're seeing this now in the search results, you might be wondering, well, what can I do to help amplify my business? And I think these 3 tips that I gave might just do that for you. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. You can feel free to comment on this video or visit my website directly to reach out. Anyway, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.